Azure Blob Storage is Microsoft's object storage solution in the cloud. It's the direct equivalent of Amazon Web Services S3 in the Azure ecosystem. If you're familiar with AWS S3, you'll find many similarities here, making it easier to understand how Azure handles unstructured data storage. Azure Blob Storage is a massively scalable object storage solution designed specifically for unstructured data. You can store any type of data, including text files, binary data, images, videos, and backups. The service allows you to access your data from anywhere in the world using HTTP or HTTPS through REST APIs. One of its key strengths is automatic scalability, capable of storing exabytes of data. Plus, it's cost-effective with multiple storage tiers that match your data access patterns, helping you optimize costs based on how frequently you need to access your data. Understanding the hierarchy in Azure Blob Storage is crucial. At the top level, you have a storage account, which serves as the top-level namespace with a unique global name across all of Azure. Within a storage account, you organize your data using containers. These containers are similar to S3 buckets in AWS and help you group related blobs together. Finally, at the bottom level, you have blobs, which are the individual objects or files you actually store. Think of it as a three-tier structure. Account contains containers, and containers hold blobs. Containers are organizational units within your storage account that group related blobs together. They function similarly to folders or directories in a traditional file system. There's no limit on the number of containers you can create in a storage account, giving you complete flexibility in organizing your data. You can set access control at the container level, choosing between public or private access for each container. When naming containers, remember they must use lowercase letters, numbers, and hyphens only, with a length between 3 and 63 characters. Azure offers 3 distinct types of blobs, each optimized for specific use cases. Block blobs are optimized for uploading large amounts of data efficiently and are best suited for documents, images, videos, and backups. Append blobs are designed specifically for append operations where data is only added to the end, making them perfect for logs, audit trails, and streaming data. Page blobs are optimized for random read and write operations and can store up to 8 terabytes of data. They're ideal for virtual machine disks, also known as VHDS, and database files that require frequent random access. Azure Blob Storage provides 3 access tiers to help optimize your storage costs based on how frequently you access your data. The hot tier is designed for frequently accessed data that requires low latency. It has higher storage costs but lower access costs, making it economical for data you use regularly. The cool tier is for infrequently accessed data that you plan to store for at least 30 days. It offers lower storage costs but higher access costs compared to the hot tier. The archive tier provides the lowest storage cost but the highest access cost and is intended for rarely accessed data stored for at least 180 days. Keep in mind that retrieving data from the archive tier can take several hours. Security is built into Azure Blob Storage at multiple levels. Shared Access Signatures, or SAS, provide granular time-limited access tokens that let you delegate access to specific resources without sharing your account keys. Azure Active Directory integration enables role-based access control, or RBAC, using managed identities for seamless authentication. All data is encrypted both at rest using 256-bit AES encryption and in transit using HTTPS and TLS protocols. For network security, you can configure firewall rules, integrate with virtual networks, and use private endpoints to restrict access to your storage accounts. Let's compare Azure Blob Storage with AWS S3 to help you understand the equivalent concepts. In Azure, the top-level container is called a storage account, while in AWS, it's your AWS account. For organizing data, Azure uses containers which are equivalent to buckets in S3. The actual files are called blobs in Azure and objects in S3. For storage classes, Azure offers hot, cool, and archive tiers, which map to S3's standard, infrequent access, and glacier tiers respectively. Finally, for access control, Azure uses SAS tokens and Azure AD, while AWS relies on signed URLs and IAM policies. Azure Blob Storage serves a wide variety of use cases across different industries. For content delivery, you can serve images, videos, and static files for websites and applications. It's excellent for backup and recovery, storing backups, disaster recovery data, and long-term archives. In big data analytics, it provides storage for large datasets that integrate seamlessly with Azure Synapse and HD Insight for analysis. Mobile and web applications use it to store user-generated content, media files, and application data. Media streaming services host video and audio files on blob storage for efficient streaming. Finally, organizations use it for document storage, managing documents, logs, and various types of unstructured data. Azure Blob Storage comes with enterprise-grade features that make it reliable and scalable. It offers high availability with a 99.9% uptime SLA, ensuring your data is accessible when you need it. With global distribution across Azure regions, you can store data close to your users for better performance. Multiple redundancy options, including LRS, GRS, and RAGRS, protect your data against failures. The service provides REST API and SDK support for multiple programming languages, making integration straightforward. It's fully integrated with other Azure services and monitoring tools for seamless cloud operations. The pay-as-you-go pricing model, combined with lifecycle management, helps you optimize costs automatically. In summary, Azure Blob Storage is enterprise-grade object storage that scales to meet any requirement.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.